If you have a major bleed and you need to pack the wound, but you haven't got any haemostatic agent to actually pack the wound with, you can use other products. So in this example, we're going to use compressed gauze, but you may use a triangular bandage, a t-shirt or something like that, anything to physically put pressure directly inside the wound. So when you're packing a wound like this is where first aid does get a little bit gory, but it's really important to try and stop the bleed at source and start the clotting process as much as we can to hopefully keep as much blood in the body as possible. If we were just to put a bandage over the outside of this cut, then it's not really going to have the benefit because the bleed is still going to be there. You're just going to be using the bandage to mop the blood up. Now with this cut itself, when you open it up and look, it's a huge hole inside there. So you know, it's something that does need to be packed properly. So it could be a multitude of injuries could have caused this, but it's definitely a life-threatening bleed. So with the gauze, little nicks on the corner, you literally just tear it open. So once you've torn it open, you can open up the pack of gauze, and then literally on the end of it, you can just find the end, unravel the compressed gauze, and literally just shove it into the hole, and we just literally just keep on pushing it in. So you know, it's quite a big hole here, so we force the product in. So literally just pull it out, shove more in, so we can fill up the entire cavity. And we want to try and get in there because what's happening then is applying pressure against the wound, and hopefully we'll be stopping the bleeding at source. So once we've got as much as we can into the cut, then what we can do then is just unravel this and use it more as a padding on the outside. So literally just breaking that open, and if necessary, just cut that last bit off, and then applying direct pressure onto the injury site to keep the pressure in there, to promote the healing cascade, to promote the clotting, so that we can hopefully stem the bleeding. Once you've packed the wound, pop a trauma dressing over the outside of it. So what we're then doing is we've packed the inside, we're absorbing the blood at source where the actual bleed is, or the bleeds are, and we're also packing the hole, and then we're packing the outside as well with the trauma dressing. So the trauma dressing will be able to apply a lot of pressure on, and because you've packed the inside, that's got something to push against, therefore you're treating it from the externally and also internally.